So, for some reason, the live stream stopped. I didn't push any button, I swear, but I hope we can go on now and have a look at the Lamplighter. So, once more, welcome to my latest live walk. I'm Sylvie tour guide and I'm going to show you the most beautiful city in the world, Prague. During my first live walk, we've visited the Old Town Square and its Christmas market. And now we are here at the Charles Bridge. And the reason why I came here is that, hey, welcome to our live stream. This is an interactive live walk, so don't hesitate to give me your directions if you'd like to show me, if you'd like me to show you something, sorry. So there we have Charles the Fourth. So let's go further. And approximately in 7 minutes, the Lamplighter should arrive here. Wait, maybe you can hear a little concert. Yeah, there is a guy. So as you can see, there are big crowds at the Charles Bridge. But this is really the most beautiful part of Prague. And as I told you before, the Lamplighter is going to arrive in a few minutes. So he's going to manually light the gas lamps, and he's wearing a very pretty historical costume. Uh, Hi, but I can understand you. What's going on here? This is an interactive live walk through Prague. I'm at the Charles Bridge right now, and In a few minutes, approximately at 4 o'clock, a lamplighter should arrive here and switch on the lamps manually, wearing a fancy historical costume. And I hope a special friend of mine is going to come. This is one of the two lamplighters that are here, and this guy is really tall. I think he has 2 meters and 15 centimeters. So when he's standing at the lamp, he barely doesn't need uh, to put his hand up. But I have to go to the other side of the bridge because the lamps are there. The crowds are really massive. So, guys, if you want to know something, should I show you something or zoom in somewhere, just tell me, and I'm going to try to fulfill your wish. But as you can see, the crowds are really huge here. And I want to go to this lamp over there. Let me see if I succeed. Yeah, we just have to be a little bit bold. So the lamp is near me. Sorry. So here is the lamp. So yes, this is Prague, and here you can see this is the gas lamp that still doesn't isn't lit, and this little part on the lamp, the lamp lighter is going to pull down, and then the lights is switched on. Well, I am a little bit scared of war, to be honest. I hope soon a lamplighter is going to come to switch on this lamp manually. Yeah, this is Czech Republic, and I'm going to show you the surrounding here. It's beautiful here. This is the gate leading to the old town of Prague. And I'm really curious if the lamplighter comes soon, because otherwise the crowds here are really depressing me. I hope we have a good view to see the man. I think all of the tourists already know that there's something big going to happen. Hello. Hey, good to see you here. How are you? How was your homework yesterday? Did you make it to finish it? I'm fine. I started an hour ago to stream from the Old Town Square. Now I'm at the Charles Bridge waiting for the Lamplighter. Hi, nice to have you here so you can see the Lamplighter live in action once he's going to come. I really hope so. So here we were visiting this church before. It's really pretty inside. And there you can see the sculpture of Charles IV. Before the lamplighter comes, I can tell you a little bit about this sculpture because Charles IV was our probably most important emperor. He established so many things here in Prague. For example, this bridge where I'm standing now, but also the Charles University and the new town of Prague. And in the new town of Prague, there is the Charles Square, and this is this sculpture here depicts not only him, but there are also four ladies surrounding him on the bottom of the sculpture, and that's they should symbolize. Okay, they should symbolize the four uh, un- um faculties of the Charles University, and it was yeah. So if you are leaving for dinner now, I wish you enjoy your meal. Otherwise, you can see this live stream afterwards the in the live feed of my channel. So no worries. So and here on the Charles Bridge, there are about 30 sculptures placed here. They have been mostly donated to the Charles Bridge from different people or organizations like also universities and or also some private people who wanted to find God's blessing, so they bought a sculpture of a saint, and they have placed the sculpture on the bridge afterwards. This sculpture, for example, this is Saint Ivo. He is the patron saint of the lawyers, and it was a donation of the uh, Law University of Prague. There on the hill, you can see our little Eiffel Tower. So I'm really curious when the Lamplighter is going to come. So, and you can already the Prague Castle is lit. It's a pity that we are this closed among the crowd because you can't see the castle in its entire beauty. But I promise you, I'm going to go somewhere else after the gas lamp is on and show you this magic view. So this is definitely a big tourist magnet following the gas lamps being lit. First, I thought there wouldn't be this many people, but this was a big mistake of me. So, but now you can tell me if there's something you would like to know about Prague or about this bridge, or would you like me to zoom in somewhere, or is there something what you would like to see? And I wanted to tell you that you can also write me uh, a direct message or here into the comments if there's something where I should go during my next live walk, and I could try to fulfill your wish. You can also write me uh, on the Instagram in the direct messages. The name of my Instagram channel is the same like here, which means Sylvie underline tour guide, and there you can write me your message. And I should also have the possibility that you can get in touch with me via WhatsApp, but some people told me it doesn't work. So, but other people write with me. But the AI meant that Instagram is sometimes problematic with connecting with the WhatsApp. So, are you curious already for the lamplighter to come? I am. Maybe he will come to this lamp for the first. Let's see. Somehow I have the feeling that something happens already. Yeah, people are taking out their phones. Nothing happens yet. But in every case, I think we should wait for the lamplighter to come here because it's not only the switching on the lamp, but also his costume is really very, very pretty. And I think you should get to see him. And if it's this tall guy, you should definitely get to see him. So you see, many people know already about this light switching of the lamps. Oh man, maybe he's waiting until it's entirely dark. So I, there he is. So now the lamp is on. You. So, but he is switching on all of the lamps on the whole bridge. So, and no, it's the smaller guy. But you will get to see him. Look how fancy he is. This is a beautiful costume. So there it is. So now he's walking to the next lamp and so on and so on. I would be curious if there's the same crowd on the other part of the bridge because this is really crazy here. But I've promised you to visit some viewing points where we can get a better view of the uh, Prague castle. And it's either here, but there are also many people now. So, what do you think about this view? Isn't it gorgeous? Once you are in Prague, you could also have a ride with a boat. So,
Ya se ve iluminado, ¿eh? Lo que dijo que habíamos iluminado.
Let's go through this gate. We might get a chance to have a better view of the Prague castle. But no. So this is really a challenge now to come through the crowd here. But fortunately they're leaving peu à peu.
Qui c'est qui a la facture?
So, what do you think? Are there crowds on the other side of the bridge as well? It seems there are, but the guy is obviously coming through them. So have a look at the panoramic view of the largest castle complex in the world. The Prague Castle is in the Guinness Book of Records. So guys, our next live walk through Prague, latest next Tuesday again at 3 o'clock. But if you liked it, I would appreciate if you leave me a comment, leave me a like. Don't forget to subscribe. You can even book a private tour via Instagram or as a real human here in Prague with me in English or in German. And don't forget to attend next week again. You can also follow me on Instagram and there write me your suggestions where we could go next. But I'm planning now in the time before Christmas to make live walks with Christmas themes. So next week I wanted to go to the Peace Square in the neighborhood of Vinohrady, where there's also a very beautiful Christmas market. Not this crowded as the Christmas market on the Old Town Square. But also with a very beautiful atmosphere. So if there's something in Vinohrady you would like to see, just let me know. Write me in the direct messages or in the Instagram, Sylvie underline tour guide, or write me here in the comments, and I will try to fulfill your wish. So, and now I thought I could finish the live walk, but the atmosphere here is so beautiful. So let's go once more here through this really ugly passage. It's it's one of the not this beautiful parts of the old town, but well, when I think of Japan, everything is fine. So once more, let's go to this viewing point. There won't be this many people, and we will see how the city is going to sleep, or not sleep yet, but it's like it's become dark. So maybe you know already this part of Prague with the hotel of Mozart. Over there, this yellow line. You might know this. These are um, the penguins. They are walking there in front of a museum. The stripe that is going up the hill. This is the funicular that doesn't operate now because they renovated. This there is our Eiffel Tower. Then we have the Strahov Monastery, and again this super beautiful panoramic view. And now we don't see only the Prague Castle, but also the Charles Bridge with all of these arches. If we stayed here a little bit longer, also the St. Nicholas Church would be lit because all of the monuments are lit to another point of time. I didn't notice it before, but the tower changes its colors. Right before it was red, and now it's blue. It's now purple. Beautiful. And who of you knows that the lightning of the Prague Castle was a personal present of the group Rolling Stones. They were friends with our first post-communist president Václav Havel, and after he invited them to visit him at the Prague Castle, they thought the castle needs to be lit, so they paid the lights for our castle. This line that you can see there, this is the so-called Hungry Wall. So there you can see the Hotel Mozart, and this was a palace of a noble family, and Mozart was once as a guest there, and on one day they invited him and they locked him in a room and told him they won't let him out before he doesn't write some music for them. But he was such a genius that he wrote some small piece for piano in few minutes. So the kidnapping didn't last long. So I can take you with me on my way to my car if you want, but let's make this stroll a little bit more interactive. You can, for example, tell me where you're watching from, or is your tone off? I can imagine that some people don't switch on their sound while going by bus or tram to not disturb the other passengers. But if you're listening, tell me where you're watching from. Come on, you are 67 people there. Tell me where you're watching from. Or if you wish that I go in another direction, we could try, but I need to go approximately in this. But I could, for example, take another street than this main street. Here we can see a monument of the last emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. It was Franz the First. he was the last emperor of the Holy Roman Empire and the first Austrian emperor. And after 1918, people tried to destroy or replace everything that has something in common with the Habsburgs. So they uh, took away the sculpture of the emperor. And after the Velvet Revolution in 1996, they placed the sculpture back where it was before. So the guy sitting on the horse, that's Franz the First, and the people sitting below represent the countries, and the lady sitting in the middle, it's uh, uh, it's the city of Prague. So how do you like the Christmas atmosphere here? Even if it doesn't snow yet, I think it's really, really charming. And now we are going away from this very city center or the very touristic, crowded center because we still are in the area of uh, the old town of Prague. There, where the tram is, this is the border between the old town and the new town. So you can imagine here somewhere where the medieval walls of the old town of Prague, probably here where I'm walking right now. So we are approaching the National Theater. Here you can see a beautiful bridge. So now I can give you again a view to the Prague Castle. And now you can see already that the St. Nicholas Church is lit. Let's have a look at the Charles Bridge once more. So that's beautiful. What do you think about it? So now I will give you the possibility to choose the way. Normally I would go straight on, but if you like, I can go to the left. So we could, for example, have a look at the hearts of Václav Havel, or later the um, Kafka head, or even the butterflies of David Cherny. So write me in the comments if you wish that I go straight on. Otherwise, when the traffic light goes green, I'm going to take this direction because, as I told you, I would like to have these live walks a little bit interactive, so that you get the feeling you are here with a real tour guide on a real tour. You can pose me some questions or tell me the directions, choose the way, ask me to zoom in for something. So, but I can promise you this way is beautiful as well. We can have a look at the National Theatre, and later we will pass the dancing house. I'm sure you're going to love it as well. So there is a little island on the river, and somehow the city looks so festive. And for those who don't know me, you can take an interactive live walk with me every Tuesday at 3 p.m. The live walk is always 1 week in English and the next week in German, then in English again, and so on and so on. So here we have the super beautiful Art Nouveau building of the Goethe Institute. Here you could learn German. So there is a little kind of cultural center with a restaurant inside, and you could go dancing there. This is an old water tower, and in front of it you can see that's a pretty modern building built in the beginning of the 20th century, and it was built by modern artists for the modern artists so that they can exhibit their artworks there. So now I'm going to show you this outstanding house because they have some pretty unusual decorations like owls and branches, a beautiful wrought iron door. So let's go further. So there we have a small church of Saint Adalbert, and in this church, one of our most famous composers used to play pipe organ before he became famous. So there is a playground for the kids on this island. This is also a very pretty house. There are mosaics, but not visible. So in this gallery, you could visit now an exhibition of a series from Netflix, I think, costume for uh, the Wheel of Time. No, it's from Prime. Sorry. Um, my sister-in-law absolutely loves this series, so I think she would love it. Here you can see some pieces of them. So let's go further. Now I've passed by red. I'm lucky to not have been hit by a car, but luckily here down only a few cars are going. There is a little boatel on the river that looks for me so cute. Another beautiful house. Look at this facade. It's incredible. So imagine sleep in that little boatel. It must be absolutely amazing. Or here. So beautiful. So, and here we have our star of the Instagram, the dancing house. It was built on a site where in 1945, on the 14th of February, one of the bombs came down, and for a very long time, this building site was empty. And after the Velvet Revolution in 1989, again, Václav Havel was friends with one of the architects of this buildings, and of course, this modern architecture was quite controversial because the people that love the old Prague would appreciate to have again something. But I think these modern buildings fit here perfectly, and there up in the upper floor there is a terrace where you can experience the most beautiful views over Prague and also have some fancy cocktail, or there is a restaurant as well and a hotel, and they make exhibitions here. So you can see the windows look like they are creating waves, and this is how they should look like from the water. So now we are heading towards Vyšehrad, where my car stands right now. And on the other side of the river, you can see there are many cranes there because this neighborhood is one huge building site. A completely new neighborhood is being built there. Many flats, but also shops and all the facilities like schools, kindergartens. Greetings to you as well. Nice to have you here. I'm Sylvie Tour Guide, and I'm taking a live walk through the most beautiful town in the world now, Prague. Well, I'm heading back to my car right now, but I'm providing interactive live walks every Tuesday starting at 3 o'clock. And when I say interactive, I mean you can choose the way, you can ask me to zoom in or pose me some questions. This live walk should be as if you walked with a real tour guide at a real tour through this town. So don't hesitate. My live walk is nearly over now, but still we can a little bit change our direction. For example, there is this beautiful church of Emmaus over there. And if you'd like me to pass there, tell me, and I'm going to go to the left. So, and if you like this live walk, don't hesitate to leave me a like or a comment. You can also write me a message on the Instagram with some suggestion where to go next Tuesday, and I'm going to try to fulfill your wish. Also, this church, you might have noticed, its spires are quite modern. Also, this church was hit by a bomb in February 45, and these new modern spires should remind this catastrophe. So here you can see there's an ice rink. Children can come to skate here. And as parents, you can sit down here, have some grilled meat and some drink. It's a pretty idea. So now my headphones made some weird noise. Can you still hear me? Okay, so probably you can't hear me. But should you hear me, I would like to tell you once more. Sorry, I have to watch my step, and sometimes I just stuck on speaking because I have to take care where I'm going, and then my words are not flowing fluently. So once more, I hope that you can be here again next Tuesday, latest. Maybe I'm going to visit a little earlier, uh, but every Tuesday at 3 p.m. I'm streaming live from Prague. Now, during this time period before Christmas, uh, all my live walks will be particularly Christmas specials. And today I was on the Old Town Square, and afterwards on the Charles Bridge to watch the Lamplighter lighting up the gas lamps. He was beautifully costumed with an old costume that the lamp guards were wearing in the 19th century. And then we were watching how the Prague castle is being lit. Now we can once more have a view of the castle and of our little Eiffel Tower. And normally my live walk would be over, but I thought I can take you with me on my way to the car. because my car is standing below the Vyšehrad hill, and here we already can see the spires of Vyšehrad. Aren't they beautiful? And the neighborhood here is also very pretty. I like it here. This little house is a house where you were supposed to pay taxes before. Here in this neighborhood, uh, all the wood that came to Prague on the river, they took it out here, and then you had to pay taxes. So here you can see some modern art, huge rats. They are artwork from this artist, Krzysztof Hosiek. And one last glimpse at the Prague Castle. Here you can see an old railway bridge that is going to be reconstructed soon. They wanted to destroy it completely, but they decided to make a reconstruction. So now this, I passed again by green. Oh man. So, and here you can see this house where you had to pay the taxes is standing a few meters below the uh, terrain that is here right now. So you can see how many meters they lifted the terrain here to preserve the city from the floods. So you can see the rest of the railway bridge. I hope they are going to restore it like they restored the viaduct of Negrelli in the neighborhood of Karlin. It is super beautiful right now. So here you can see some Christmas toys. So, I'm not the only one who goes by red. Now we are approaching the former station of Vyšehrad. This was such a beautiful building, but they closed the station and then they sold it to some private people, and it seems that it's going to implode somehow. But it's such a pity. So in this neighborhood, you can imagine there were stores with wooden logs, and they also, during the winter, when there was no wood business running because no logs came over the river, they sold ice cubes. They pulled huge blocks of ice and sold it to the pubs, so you could get ice cold drinks. But they also used this ice in their cellars to keep their alimentaries cold when there were no fridges. So look, this is the former station. This is a garment on the facade. The facade doesn't look this beautifully. So, and soon we will see a pretty church that I'm going to show you. And I think I have the feeling it's a little Tower of Pisa. I think it's not completely straight. What do you think? Do you think that this tower, I think it's going a little bit to the right, but well, it's a pretty little Gothic church dedicated to Saint Mary. I have to cross the road now. This is a former monastery where now you can come here when you have some problems with your joints. There is a rheumatology institute. Yeah, and over there you can again see the ancient walls of the fort of Vyšehrad, one of the bastions. This is very beautiful to see it in the dark. This neighborhood is also quite fancy. You can see these buildings are quite new, but made of bricks. They suit perfectly to those bricks over there. And soon we are going to come to a very pretty park where there are a lot of sculptures to marvel at. This is the former wall of the new town of Prague. The new town of Prague was connected with Vyšehrad. This wall went on until Vyšehrad. So these two cities, Vyšehrad and new town of Prague, were one huge defending unit. In front of this wall, there was this little stream called Botič. So this was also a part of the defense. So guys, I'm definitely going to leave you now. I hope you enjoyed our little life walk today. I'm going to reach my car soon, and I hope that I can see you next Tuesday again. Maybe I'm going live on another day before, but we'll see. So I hope you liked it. If you do, don't forget to leave me a like, leave me a comment. You can even write me a direct message on my Instagram account, Sylvie_tour guide, and write me your suggestions where we could go next time. And don't forget to subscribe Uh, if you would like a private tour via Instagram or as a real human, get in touch with me, and I hope to see you latest next Tuesday at 3 o'clock.